Okay, after you've cleaned your brass, you're ready to start reloading it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do about 4 pieces of 9mm and 4 pieces of 45 ACP. These trays, they hold 50 pieces of brass, but I'm not going to do all 50 because that would take all day. So just to get you started and up to speed, I'm just going to put 4 pieces of brass in here. Five actually. And 5 pieces there. And the 9mm tray. Okay, so obviously normally that whole tray would be populated with brass. So the first step, we have to take out, see if I can get it pointed to you here, the little primer. We're going to pop that out. So over here on the press, you put the brass into the press, push it up. The primer pops out, as you can see, and we're going to clean that later. I'll just do these other ones real quick. We're just popping out the primers. And again, this is the first step. Now, to show you that most handgun ammunition is pretty much all the same when you're reloading it, that's why I'm going to reload 9mm and 45 at the same time. Well, I got to change the shell holder out, which is a good thing. What I need. Show you how this works. You bring this up. Can you see there what I'm doing? You take this shell holder out. That's for the 9mm. Now I've talked about the tools and the equipment in the equipment video. So now you're seeing how these tools and equipment work. I put in the 45 shell holder. And now you DePrime the 45 brass. Now this first step not only pops the primer out, but it also straightens the walls of the brass, so it's nice and straight back to factory. And because that it's nice and straight and back to factory, if you tried to put a bullet on there, it wouldn't work because the brass is nice and straight. So what we have to do is spread open the mouth just a little bit. So that's the second die. And this die spreads the mouth open just a little tiny bit so that the bullet now fits inside, and you can put it in the press and push it down, and when you're ready to push it down in there. Nice, huh? So we'll do the other 4. Okay. Now we're going to switch back to the 9mm. So I have to take the shell holder out. I'll give you a close-up view of how this works. The brass goes in the shell holder just like that. So this shell holder has to go into the press. And screw it down tight. Not too tight. We'll go back to our 9mm dies, and we're going to expand the mouth on the 9mm brass. Real easy. Okay, so that was the first 2 steps. And prepping the brass. We popped out the primer, we straightened the piece of brass, we expanded the mouth for 45, we changed the shell holder in the press to go to 9mm, did the same thing with the 9mm, popped out the primer, straightened the wall, expanded the mouth. Now the next step is cleaning the primer pocket and inside the brass. So that will be the next video.